Hey there, welcome to another 5 Minute Astrology where I aim to deliver a little bit of a usefulness in terms of astrology. Like, how can you use astrology right now? And this to me is inspired by the upcoming Mercury Cazimi. So, at the time of a Mercury Cazimi, which is the time when Mercury and the Sun come together and the Sun appears to illuminate everything to do with Mercury, and Mercury is about the mind and it is about having everything functioning super smart and super quick. To me, this is a time when we can ask the right questions to get the right answers. This is where some useful preparation I think is going to help you. Now, you don't need to find the right answer. What I think you need is to create the right question. And that's what I'm going to guide you to do today. So, in preparation for this, you'll need to know how to find the transits, the transiting planets on your birth chart. If you don't know how to do this, can I refer you to episode 9 of the 5 Minute Astrology series? So, this is assuming you've got your chart and you can also do the transit. So, this is my test chart, and you can see Mercury is here in the sign of Leo in the ninth house. But I want to find out where the transits are. So I've just added them in. And on the day of the Cazimi, Mercury is at 4 degrees in the 10th house of Virgo. Now, if you're watching this right now as of August 2026, you'll probably come to the same conclusion that Mercury is at 4 degrees, but you won't necessarily know what house is in. That will depend entirely on your own chart. For instance, if you've got Scorpio rising, that may well fit. But like if you've got Aries rising, your transiting Mercury is going to be in a completely different place. So locate the house of Mercury and you'll be moving completely in the right direction. So the next step then is to have a look at the 5 Minute Astrology Quick Map. Now, this quick map is just a list of keywords associated with all of the signs of the zodiac, with all of the planets, with all of the houses, aspects, and also angles. Now, you can get this from my school community, and the link is just below. What you need to do now is just to sit down and get a bit of peace and quiet. If you're looking at it right now, we know it's in the sign of Virgo. This Cazimi is coming up in Virgo. This is a time when the Virgo and Mercury energy go very well together because Mercury is exalted in the sign of Virgo. He's very strong and it's really good for analytical detail. It's very, very good for being careful, to be discerning, to get to the nitty gritty of something. So to me, this is suggesting that it's a really good investigative energy to the mind magic right now. But what will change is the houses. So if you have a look at the keywords for your houses, so you get an understanding of what is being lit up at the time of the Cazimi. And now what I recommend you do is just sit down for 5 minutes and start asking yourself, um, the how, the who, the where, the why, the what. Ask yourself as many of those open questions. For instance, if it's emphasizing your sixth house, how can I find my way to a better organized life? If it's in the seventh house, how can I make my relationships stronger? If it's to do with your 10th house, you might be asking about how can I improve upon my business? How can I improve upon my reputation? Now, again, you might be watching this and it's not in Virgo, but the same principle applies. Wherever Mercury is describing how he can help you. And then you look at the house to get more information to see what area of life he's improving. So take a few moments, see what comes up when you're asking these open questions like who, what, where, why, how. And then when you're ready, just make some notes. It's important to see what fits. If not, you might want to think about what's going on in the future. How can I improve my relationships in the future? Or how can I find the right time and space to plan my new business move? It doesn't matter how complicated your situation is, because Mercury Cazimi, when that Cazimi comes in, especially if we're ready for it and we're open for it, I think the inspiration just flows. We have to just ask the question and then sit in the grace and know that it's going to come in. Now, when you've had a look at that and you've made some notes, which I would recommend, feel free to come and join us in school. Do it with us. Tell us where this Mercury Cazimi is lighting up your world and maybe what you notice. What great questions have you got? Because when we're sharing our great questions, we might actually inspire somebody else too. So anyway, have a beautiful Mercury Cazimi. Hope this lesson made sense and catch you real soon. Lots of love. Bye for now.